I hate to turn up out of the blue uninvited, but I couldn't stay away. I couldn't fight it. I'd hoped you'd see my face and that you'd be reminded that for me it isn't over. Hey guys, so this was kind of a planned yet impromptu. I did plan on doing this for over a month now. Shoot, I've been wanting to do something like this for a long time, but there was no better time than now. So here we are. And I'm just going to sit here and wait to see if anybody even shows up to this craziness. All right. We're just going to sit just like this. Hey, we got someone here. Hey, as you arrive, hit the like button and state your name or leave a comment. I'll see your handle. I'll know who it is maybe. Or if you're new to this channel, welcome. Hey, they dipped out quick. They got scared, I think. All right. So we're still waiting here. We are waiting. Let's see if you can see my face a little better. Hard to get a good shot of my face. About maybe if I turn, let me see if I can turn this around and do it differently somehow. And hey, can you see my face now? Yeah, there we go. I could just keep it like this the whole time. Keep it super bright. We ain't trying to do that though, are we? I'm not. I'm just going to keep it like this. We got to stay under wraps though, literally, to stay warm tonight. We are hunkered down under layers. It is like, I think it's like 7 degrees out or something. So we'll wait for some folks to get here if anybody wants to show up for the late night chat. Shoot, I can adjust my brightness just like this. Love it. But you can see my screen in my glasses. So you see what I'm doing here? I just slide my finger in the brightness. Adjust. Thank you, phone, I guess. So as I tell you what, as I need to, I just go like this. There it is. There's my brightness adjuster. All right. We're waiting for folks who might want to show up, start the discussion. You know what's up. I might pull this over my face. Hold on. We out here in the dark. In the dark. In the dark, dark, dark. Don't you need me? Hey, hey, don't you need me? Oh, yeah, don't you need me? Uh-huh. Now I'm just being stupid. Still just waiting for folks to show up here. All right. Waiting in the dark. We are in dang near total darkness other than the brightness of my screen. Hey, we'll do a little quick reveal. This is so crazy. I'm talking to nobody at the moment, but I said I would do this and I'm going to go live. So here I am live. We're 4 minutes, 20 seconds into this, it looks like. We're just going to sit here and wait for others to show up. See, guys, I am covered from head to toe in warmth under these covers. We're staying toasty out in the middle of nowhere, sub-freezing temperatures. Tell you a little bit about my story and give you guys a little fun facts and tips on how to survive in sub-freezing temperatures without an external heat source. You don't need an external heat source if you have if you have capabilities of trapping your own heat. So I will discuss that if you guys end up getting in this. Otherwise, it's just going to be me letting this roll. I'll let this roll for hours. I don't even care. Make this a 12-hour live stream. Why not? All right, I'm gonna start a poll. How do you like that? While we wait for folks to show up. Yes, and I will talk mushrooms if you guys want to. Heck, I will discuss any topic tonight. This is an AMA plus because I will be mentioning some personals too. Wait for you guys to get here. Super late Wednesday Eve, January 2025. Come on down. Let's start a poll though. Okay, I guess I started a poll. I don't even know what's up with that though. There it is, poll. 0 votes. All right, we're just going to let that linger and see if folks will show up yet. We're 7 minutes into this. Once again, I do have brightness. There we go. But I get to modulate it manually. All right. This is going to be a dead session tonight, ain't it? What's everybody doing? What's everybody doing? In the dark, dark, dark. There we go. Just gonna chill like this, like a ninja. Oh, let's see how many people we can get to show up. So far, we had 1 show up and they dipped right out. Can you believe that? Oh, I can even add strobe effect. There we go. We can strobe this. There we go. I'm just goofing around, guys. We're just waiting for anybody to show up so I can chit chat, talk the shiitake with y'all, and explore this whole question. Who is Mr. Jeff? You might think you know who he is. It probably depends on where you met me, how you met me. A man of many hats. Been to a many a place. And speaking of places, I am in the middle of nowhere, PA. Hunkered down under layers. Staying warm and toasty despite the sub-freezing temperatures. We're using no external heat. We've been on no external heats. Shoot. It's going on a couple days. Hey, we got a thumb up though. Someone thumbed me up. Or was it me? I can't thumb up my own stuff. Somebody else did it. But thank you, whoever thumbed it up. Who is that? Oh, we got somebody. Yo, let me turn my brightness up for you. Let's see if I can get some brightness going. Hey, There we go. I am on camera. You can see me now, kinda. Here we go. So as I just mentioned, I am down. We're middle of nowhere, southwest Pennsylvania. I think it's like less than 10 degrees Fahrenheit outside. And I say outside, I am outside, but I'm hunkered down camping. We're staying warm and toasty under layers here with no external heat source. My body is the heat source. So I'm just trying to capture body heat. We've been doing this for a couple days now. Shoot, I'm a beast. All right, let me read the comments. I see there's a comment, but I can only read the comments when I turn the light off. So give me 1 second. Yo, Organic Machine Dean. Did you change your name? Did you change your name, Organic Machine Dean? Is this a different Dean? Because I also know a Dean that goes by the name Loving Dean, the God Machine, I think. I don't know if he's going to jump in the feed too. Oh, that's you, I bet. It's probably who it is. All right, my favorite mushroom man. What's up? Hey, let me keep my brightness back on for you. You gotta get that on camera. What's up? There we go. All right, made it official. All right, help me out, Dean. What country are you from? And if you're from the States, which state? Yeah, we're staying warm. Thank you. Yeah, what state are you in? Out of curiosity. Or country. I feel like you're from the United States, and I feel like you're not from Pennsylvania. Like you might have shared this in a different live before, and I just don't remember. Whoops, that went bright. That went bright fast. Shoot, let me take that off. There we go. All right, I need partial brightness so you can still see me and I can still read comments. I'm using the pull down menu on my phone screen for brightness so you guys can see me. All the while, if I pull it all the way down, I don't get to see the comments. So I only partially pull it down to provide a little bit of light. It's kind of an interesting way of creating a manual light modulation going on here. But anyway, born in Michigan, just like you. Oh, okay. And you're in Southwest Pennsylvania? Man, you're tripping me out now. Who are you? Do I know you? Like, do I know you outside of the internet? That's wild. Okay. So I'm originally from, man, you want to know the Who is Mr. Jeff? You're getting the initial chapter 1, Onaway, Michigan. I was born in the smallest hospital in the state of Michigan at the time, February 20, 1981. This was a Friday. Shoot. 1-story office building, little hospital, upstate Michigan. And if you're familiar with Michigan, you got the mitten and the scarf. I was born up toward the tip of the mitten, about not even an hour from the Mackinac Bridge. That hospital no longer exists. It's just a 1-story office building these days. The closest hospital, I think, is in Petoskey, to give you guys a little understanding. All right, I'm reading comments here. What do we got? No, but one day, hopefully, we will meet up and walk through some woods and look for mushrooms. Heck yeah. And you're in Southwest, right? Yeah, I'm in Southwest Pennsylvania right now. Yo, you could be right by me and I wouldn't know it. So I can give you a little bit more details without giving away everything. But I am, let's just say, I could say Westmoreland County. You know where that is? You know where Westmoreland County is? A little bit under the Berg. Is that where you are? Yeah, I'm like south. What do we call this? I'm southeast of the Berg. The Berg's about an hour from me, from where I am right now. Sometimes the Berg's an hour and a half, 2 hours from me, depending on my location. But I share locations between Westmoreland County and Cambria counties. Have you ever camped in the winter? Oh, I'm reading my freaking poll as a comment. Oh boy, I thought you were commenting that. I was about to say, that was my line. All right, let me read some comments here. Southern part of Allegheny County. I used to live in Allegheny County, though, I think. If you could probably correct me on this, is Imperial and Oakdale, are they in Allegheny County? That's over by the airport, by Moon Township, but I don't know if that's truly Allegheny County or if that's like Beaver County or something. I forget. But that was, shoot, that was over 20 years ago when I lived over there. College days. You're southern part of Allegheny County, though. Okay. You're probably less than an hour from me. You know where Greensburg is, I'm sure. Maybe you've heard of that town. I'm not too far from Greensburg either at the moment. So, hey, it's still just me and you. I'm going to give you a fun mushroom fact since you decided to jump onto my feed. And I want to give you guys I'll give you a quick update. But let me read. What you got here? I think Oakdale is Allegheny County, maybe on the border. Okay, yeah. I used to work this was when I was home from college. But I came home one summer to stay with my parents, and they lived in Imperial proper, but I got a job that summer working as an intern in the mailroom at a company called Industrial Scientific. And I don't know. I imagine they still exist because they manufacture components for mining and firefighting industries. They produce gas detectors and monitors, full building systems, and individual like body units too. That was a cool place to work for. I was kind of fascinated by the whole thing. And this was before I went to school to be a firefighter. So going into firefighting, it's like I already knew one chapter of the whole course regarding like gas detection and monitoring. Isn't it funny how life leads you along, taking you down different paths, it seems like? Because I was working in a mailroom at the place while I was home from seminary. I was going to school at the time to be a minister, hence why the only job placement they had for me was in the mailroom. It's not like I had any like industrial skills or scientific skills at the time. So, shoot, let me get back on these comments. You're probably chatting away at me here. I want to go to Westmoreland County, look for mushrooms, and do some native trout fishing this spring. Heck yeah. So I don't know if you follow me on Instagram. I post some of my truck art work on there, and I'll like share clips from YouTube videos to kind of promote the YouTube channel on my Instagram. But you can message me on Instagram, reach out to me, and that's how I interact with people, like whether I'm trying to go on a mushroom hunt with somebody or just connect with people. Instagram has been kind of my personal social media to reach out to me. If you want to hit me up on there, you can find me at Mr. Jeff. That's OHMISTERJEFF. And speaking of Mr. Jeff, my PayPal, if anybody wants to donate to the brother from another mother, my PayPal, I have a PayPal me tag. It's paypal.me/Mr. Jeff, spelled just like the Instagram. Why would I put that? Why do I have a donation option? And if you look in the description of this live stream, I have that posted too. And it's because since I started this channel, I've never once put out like my hands asking for donations, but I've put hours. I put Well, I already know I put thousands of hours, but I'm not putting that on you guys. The thousands of hours I put in the woods for my own personal benefit and learning and therapy, I got what I came for. But I'm going to say thousands of hours because I know how much I read. In the past 4 years, no doubt I spent thousands of hours reading PubMed and PubChem papers, doing my own research. I'm kind of like a meta researcher. I research the research papers, getting information for you guys regarding mushrooms and fungi. And a lot of it's random facts. Some of it's medical. Some of it's, just some weird stuff I come across and I just want to share. But I do put some time into this. And I know my videos are poorly edited. Hey, we got another one watching. Welcome. Hey, let me give a brief breakdown of what's happening tonight to our second guest. And I welcome you. Leave a comment, say hello. This is Mr. Jeff live. I am hunkered down in the middle of nowhere under layers of warmth because it's around, it might be below 10 outside, below 10 degrees Fahrenheit. And they might have left. But anyway, I like to mention that to any new arrivals so they can get caught up to what's going on here. I figured that while I'm doing this experiment, I might as well do a live and share who I am and what's going on. What's that say? Do I have a Snapchat? I do not have a Snapchat. Oh, I have Instagram deleted, but I will have to re-download it to contact you so we can go mushroom hunting. That would be awesome. That would be cool. So back to what I was saying. I know I'm kind of qualifying myself, I guess, for donations. And I don't think I need to qualify myself. If somebody wants to donate to the cause, great. And if they don't, that's fine. Nobody has to. But I think a lot of people don't understand what's been put into this project and this YouTube channel. And I think it's only right for them to understand. And then they can make an honest choice of what they want to do about that information. So we're talking about hours in the woods, hours in the research, and then hours put into making the videos sometimes. Although I'll tell you what, I put way more time researching than I do actually making and editing videos, as you can tell. If you've watched my videos, very low budget, low editing, but there's something authentic about that I appreciate. And I don't want to lose that, even though I do want to get better on the video editing. I want to have great video editing content, but I still love the impromptu style that I afford by just turning the camera on and pointing it at me and just rolling. Because you're getting off the cuff. You're getting me. You're not getting a script. And that allows me to speak in my language with my vocab and my flair that I wouldn't necessarily be able to do if I'm just, reading off a script. Because a lot of my phrasings and just the way I roll in my conversation, that comes from the natural flow of my conversation, not from reading off stuff. Raw format videos are always awesome in my opinion. Hey, thank you. Yeah, it's hit or miss. Some people can do it, some people can't, if that makes sense. I think, and I'm not even saying I do it well. I think I can speak well. That doesn't mean the whole body of the video is good just because that the guy speaking good. But I do think my channel lends itself many times to just listening to my channel. Even though I do stuff visually on the side of my truck, even that's hit or miss. So I do want to improve on the channel's quality while still keeping that, hey, roll the film, let's do this kind of feel. So it looks like we got another viewer with us. Hey, hit that like button. That's how we take attendance here. And welcome to the Mr. Jeff channel. I'm Mr. Jeff. I'm just musing with one of my loyal channel followers. I honestly thought I wasn't going to get any of my people on here tonight because this was impromptu. I thought I was going to get random people from India and Czechoslovakia or some other country. So, because that happens on this channel sometimes. I'll be on here and I see comments and someone will be like, hey, can you put subtitles in Turkish for me? Because we love your channel over here. And I'm like, that's cool, but man, I don't even know the beginnings of how to create Turkish subtitles, although that would be pretty cool. So, all right. Let me get the screen brightness back on. Here we go. Sorry to lose you there. I seen Mr. Jeff I Click. Love it. That's what I'm talking about. More authentic and genuine. That way, though, I'd say, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, I'm getting a little too warm under here. I might have to get out of these. Oh, man, I'm sweating. Whoa. Whew. All right. So here, let me take my screen brightness off. You can kind of see some lights behind me, I think. There. All right, there is a street light behind me. So I'm not, when I say I'm out in the middle of nowhere, I'm not out in the country. I'm not in the woods tonight. I'm actually in an urban environment. That's because I was working in town. I do have jobs. So I went to work. And here's what went down. I'm sharing this with you live, Dean, since I got you captive here. But what day is it? Monday? Or today's Wednesday, but Monday, I went to work, and when I got off work, I swung by the laundromat, and so I goofed. I've been running this truck on water instead of antifreeze for the cooling system because it has a leak. The radiator's been leaking. This truck's 328,000 miles plus. And it's been a tough decision of what do I want to invest in to get it fixed and what am I just going to limp along with. So this is interesting times because I've been wanting to share parts of my story with my fans and those that follow me because they're probably like, what the hell is going on with this guy? And with the weak circumstances that went down this week, I feel like there's no better time than now to actually share some of my story. Like what brought me to this point where I'm without an external heat source, hunkered down, staying warm in my truck the best I can. Well, my truck kind of took a shit. I don't know if it actually is completely, but I went to start it Tuesday morning and it would not crank over. It seems like the motor got seized up. So until I get some thaw, until this truck gets warmed up, I'm not going to know if I've done any damage or not. But it's kind of forecasted to be below freezing for days, right? So with days ahead of me of this truck just sitting here, I am 4 miles from my employer. But the good news is I'm not too far from a laundromat, the laundromat that I came rolling up on. So I do have to go to work tomorrow. I had today off. I had Tuesday off too. So literally I've been camped in this truck with no external source of heat. When I say external source, I'm talking about like I'm a source of heat. I'm warm-blooded. I produce energy. Right? So I heat myself, but I don't have anything like my truck. I can't start my truck up and warm it up. So I don't have no heat in the truck here. And I usually, even in the winter time, I can heat the inside of my truck with solar power because I've got the windows on the sides in here blackened out. The side over here and the side to my left, not the one behind me. I want to see out that. But these two side windows, if I'm parked facing the sunlight, even in the winter, it can get warm inside my truck through radiant heat. But I don't have that because it's been overcast and snowing the past 2 days, right? So, oh shit, I'm missing comments here. Let me get back on you guys. All right. Oh, geez, Mr. Jeff, please do stay warm and be careful out there. You bet. So, you know, life has a funny way of making everything kind of come together like butt cheeks. You ever seen the movie Signs? I know it's kind of trite to bring up a movie illustration here, but in the movie Signs, M. Night Shyamalan film, starring, I think, Mel Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix, and I think it had Macaulay Culkin's brother in it. But it was a movie about aliens, right? It was a Methodist preacher who lost his faith. I forget the reason why. I think his wife died, and I think he struggled with his wife dying and trusting in God. So he resigned, stepped down from his ministry, and lost his faith, right? But he's now raising his kids alone, and they live out in the country. And just so happens that these signs start appearing across the globe, crop circles and stuff, and alien UFO sightings and stuff. And I guess, well, one so happened to land in his backyard out in a cornfield or something. I forget. Like, a lot of this is sparse memories coming together. So I may get some of the story wrong. But if you've seen the movie, you know. But in the movie, they foreshadow a lot of different things in these people's lives and how it all interconnects at the end. Like, for example, Joaquin Phoenix's character was a really good baseball player, if you remember. Good movie. I want to rewatch it now. Yeah, I'd like to watch it again too. But yeah, you remember the scene where at the end of the movie, his home run swinging ability, you know, allows him to hit the alien, knock the alien out or whatever. And what about the water, the glasses of water that the child that I wish I knew Macaulay Culkin's brother's name. Don't want to refer to him as that, but the Culkin kid, we'll say. His little thing, his neurosis, if you will, was he'd leave glasses of water half drank all over the place, right? And just something he did, but it just so happened to be the thing that was needed at the right time, because I guess the water was spilling on the alien. Is that what happened? Maybe the kid. I gotta go back and watch the film to remember all those details. But anyway, I guess I'm saying all that to say that you don't know the things you do 5 years ago, 5 minutes ago, or whatever. You don't know how those things play out into the remainder of your role of this life, in this life we live. So yeah, signs just came to mind when I was talking about that. Hey, we got someone else in the feed here. Anonymous, go ahead. Leave a comment so we know who's here. We're just out here shooting the shiitake. It's sub-freezing temperatures, and I was explaining how I have no external heat. But isn't it a blessing? We'll say it's a blessing, but it is what it is. To say it's a blessing takes away from other blessings, because everything's a blessing, in my opinion. It's all connected, yes. So when I first moved out to PA, or the second time I moved out to PA, this time around, we'll say 2019, I moved at the end of 2019, pre-COVID, a couple months before COVID, and I landed a job. Thank you, my brother from another mother, Will, and his dad, the Houts family, giving them a shout out. But they afforded me the opportunity to leave my job at Home Depot back in Michigan to come out here to PA to be closer to my kids. Kids? What? Yeah, we'll get to that here, but hold on a sec. So I had been chomping at the bit and shoot, I might have to backpedal this. This is going to be like interspersed, just patchwork story time here. And you guys are going to have to sort out the details, I guess, because the Suburban, the beast that I'm in right now, I picked it up in Texas, but I drove it up to Michigan, transferred from Home Depot down in Texas to Michigan. There was an opportunity for me to do so I took advantage. I personally requested, I even told him, I said, I need to move back to either Pennsylvania or Michigan if you could transfer me. And a transfer spot was open back in my hometown. So I took it, but it was a step down. I kept my pay, but my position turned to midnights overnight freight instead of working in the lumber and the millworks. So kind of sucked a little bit, but everything has its reasons. And working the midnights afforded me opportunity to convert my Suburban during the daytime. That summer, I basically spent the summer and fall in Michigan, 2019. I moved up in like May, I think, and left in November. Hey, we got a second person. Did you leave me a little shout out? Leave a comment so I know who it is who's here. Pretty please. With the shiitake on top. All right, but hey, anyway, where were we? So I went up to Michigan. Do you guys want to see my face? Or are we just listening? Here we go. We're back at this. All right, so when I was up in Michigan that summer, I converted the Suburban into my mini camper. I put an 8-gallon water tank on top with a spigot and a Schrader valve so I could pressurize it. Attach a hose to it. Dispense water. I wanted a vehicle that I could take anywhere and have water on me. You know, painted the windows black for privacy's sake, but also for the radiant heat sake. But that's coming later. See, I didn't do it for the radiant heat sake initially. That came after I got the heating and cooling job. But what else did I do to the truck? Oh, right above me right now. I built a closet. There's a closet above me. Can you guys see that? Looks like a starry night, galaxy looking. Oh, did I disconnect? Hey, we're back. I don't think I lost anybody.